Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. And in today's video, I'm going to be giving you guys my honest middle school experience, as you guys saw in the title. Now, I can't be too loud because I'm low-key at the school. I'm at my middle school right now, actually. And I'm in a dance room, but I'm not supposed to be down here. So I'm gonna hurry up and make this video and get through it. So my middle school is a charter school and it's a KIPP school, so it goes from 5th to 8th grade. So there was 4 grades instead of 3. And sorry if the background is loud. But anyways, yeah, we're gonna get started. So we're gonna start with 5th grade. So 5th grade was the year I first came, obviously. I was really little, I was really skinny, I was really shy. So I got to school during orientation. They kind of made us talk to the people around us. Like, they low-key, KIPP, the staff members are very helpful throughout your experience. Like, I feel like you're never alone in doing anything. There's always somebody, an adult, to guide you through anything that you do at KIPP. But basically, I made a couple friends, and then I already knew some people from my old school and from dance who were going to KIPP. So I'm like, okay, so I'm already knowing people. And then I met some more people at orientation. I ended up being in the same class as one of the girls I met, and we got tight. And then 5th grade starts. I find my friend group, but it's not that group that I met at orientation. So I find my little friend group, and then basically there's this one girl, she's super weird though, but I didn't realize. It was like I was always trying to match up to her level. It made it seem like she was higher than me, like she had more knowledge than me on relationships, social life, and that I was like learning from her. It was like she was my mentor, even though she was the same age as me. I don't know why, but it was kind of that relationship dynamic. And then I don't know how we fell out, but we fell out. And I wasn't at the time, my homeroom that I traveled with throughout the day, that was my whole world, because I didn't really talk to that many people in other homerooms. So it's just like, okay, I'm with these people all day, we fell out, so now I need to find some new friends, and I was really lonely. So I went to there's this other group of girls in my class, and I'm still friends with them to this day. I wish I hadn't tried so hard. Like, I feel like they're just not my cup of tea, to be honest. But I really wanted to be their friend so bad. So I asked the group leader if I could be in their friend group, and then she was like, well, and then she kind of explained the process or whatever. So it was like I was going through this process. I was trying to fit in, like, and then when they finally told me I didn't make it in, I'm like, why? And then they're like, oh, well, you're too quiet. So I just had to kind of make myself more extroverted and talk more and a lot more. So that's how I kind of got in, and then I didn't get close with them till like 6th grade, honestly, because I was still getting left out. I was like that one person in the group who was the lowest. So, okay. And then during the 5th grade, I dated this boy. But basically I was getting played, so on the low. So it was like on the low, but it's not because like we established that, it's because I didn't tell anybody, and he just didn't tell anybody either. I didn't tell anybody but my best friend. And I don't know why I didn't clock that was weird, but I just didn't say anything. I expected him to say something, but he never did. And basically, my best friend, she helped me get with him. And this is the girl that I thought, wait, by the way, this wasn't why, and then she was like, well, once I got with him, she was finally like, well, I like him. Then I was like, oh. And then since we had that kind of like mentor-student relationship, I was like, okay, well, you can have him. Like, I was like, okay, you can have him. Like, I was a little hurt, but really, I didn't like him that much anyway. It's just in the beginning of the school year when she had asked who I liked, I just picked a random person. So I didn't actually like him anyways. I was like, oh yeah, you can have him. And then basically she said no because I'm her friend and that would be weird, but then she snuck and got with him. And she was getting played too, so it don't matter. but I was pretty strong like academically that year, so it didn't really matter. Okay, now moving on to 6th grade. So in 6th grade, I got a full glow up. Like I got knotless braids for the first time. I got I didn't get my nails done. I did like press-ons. But then I got my first 2 pairs of Jordans. And then, new polo shirt color, because each year you wear a different color. And I was really feeling myself, and honestly, I think 6th grade was my favorite year. So I kind of really turned things around. I was still within that same friend group, but I was in a new homeroom this time. I was in like what was considered the smart class, but I was the slowest in the smart class because my goal for 6th grade was to get that popularity that I didn't get in 5th grade when I wanted it. So I was like, I'm gonna go for it. And I wasn't like less shy, but I knew my peers. So I felt more comfortable around everybody. So basically I started mixing and mingling with different friend groups, and then I found a new best friend. And yeah, 6th grade was pretty easy, pretty easy. I think I was with my homeroom most of the time, of course, but then I got my enrichment, which was theater, and I started to participate in shows and stuff like that. And I think in 5th and 6th grade, I got bullied for my forehead. Not bullied, but like, how kids always got something to say. Like, that was just one of the things that they would say, and people would say I was really skinny. So 6th grade was like the year I was trying to like get thicker. Like, if you guys don't know, when you have fast metabolism, it's hard for you to gain weight. So there I was trying to gain weight, and I was still skinny, and that kind of took a toll on my mental health a little bit. And then my grades were dropping. Like, I was always cheating on tests and stuff, and that's not me. But I didn't realize how bad of a person I was becoming until later on, but we'll get to that. So, but like I said, 6th grade was pretty easy. It was really fun, low-key. I was getting fresh sets of braids like every 2-3 months. I was making a lot of friends. Like, my world expanded so much. I got on the dance team. Like, I swear, my world expanded. And then when I got to like towards the end of the year, it was like March, I had a crush on this boy for like 3 weeks, and then I told one of my other best friends, and then she was like basically helping me get with him. Like, I was like, hey girl, go ask him what he rates me out of 10. But yeah, then like he rated me an 8, and I thought that was pretty good because nobody has ever really had that much of an interest in me like that. So, oh my gosh, y'all, I thought somebody was gonna walk in. But yeah, I was like, oh, okay. And then he got with one of these other girls in my grade that I thought was just so beautiful, and I was like, of course he wants her and not me, right? But then they broke up because she really was just playing him or whatever. And then I was like, okay, well, here's my chance, let me shoot my shot. And then we got together over spring break. He wasn't really that communicative, honestly, but in my mind he was cute. Bro, I'm making a YouTube video.
Hi YouTube! What are you guys doing? My name is Jamal and yeah, hello to you.
I'm making a video on my middle school experience. Okay, I'm in 6th grade right now. Where was I? So yeah, and then we got to school and it was weird at first, but then I kind of got used to it, and then it was like something happened with his phone, and I was just like, okay. And I was shy, so I wasn't gonna ask about it. But then basically, we broke up, and then that was basically the end of the year. I didn't do too good on milestones, on testing, nothing. 6th grade, I was horrible academically. But then we move on to 7th grade.
Wait, pause. Who broke up?
Me and Anthony.
Oh, I forgot.
I just name dropped.
I forgot.
He's not gonna see this, it's okay. But then 7th grade, I was still kind of on the same path as 6th grade, but I really wanted to turn my grades around. So I was like, I'm not the type of student to be getting bad grades. Like, I had never gotten a C my entire life until 6th grade. So in 7th grade, I was like, I'm gonna do better. And honestly, I felt kind of the same as 6th grade though. Like, nothing really changed. I did make a lot of new friends though. And then my homeroom was cool. But since I was with them most of the day, I didn't really want to be. Like, I would go to other homerooms and sit with other people at lunch because 7th grade was really draining. Like, it's either your best or worst year, honestly, and it was my worst. Because I have these two friends. I'm not going to name drop. But one of them is my homeboy. And he basically, one day he said I looked like a donkey. And then his friend, which is the other boy I'm talking about, he basically started making it this joke. And like, it continued on throughout the rest of the school year. And then the friend that helped me get with my boyfriend in 6th grade, she started being weird too. And it's just like, I'm guessing she just had communication problems, but like every time I would say something that I found that she did weird, she would either turn it on me or like the conversation would basically get nowhere. And then she had this joke about me that I look like hyperpigmentation. And I told her that's not funny. Like, and then she would keep making the jokes. And then my other friend, she would notice and she would be like, she told you it's not funny, why are you still going? And then she would still be laughing. Like, it's not funny. And then, like, I don't know if you guys know what this is, but it's basically when you have a friend that you consider your Lacey. So Lacey is like, I forgot what the song is called, but it's by Olivia Rodrigo. And then basically, Lacey is like your friend that everybody likes and she's really pretty or whatever, but you're kind of jealous of. That girl was my Lacey. And low-key, like, she's really pretty. I don't see her that way now because we're cool again, but like, everybody liked her and I saw all the issues, but nobody else did. But yeah, I ended off 7th grade strong though because I got baptized and then I turned to God and I just stopped worrying about everybody else, and then my mental health basically got a lot better. So yeah, that was 7th grade. I ended up the year with all A's. I got into Algebra 1 for 8th grade. Yeah, I did good academically, despite the odds. And then 8th grade. I haven't really took the time to look back on 8th grade, to be honest, since I just got out of it. But I guess it was cool. Honestly, 8th grade was fun, but it doesn't top 6th grade. But
somebody finally said it. Oh my
right, 6th grade was so much
better.
better.
But they be saying 7th grade top 6th grade. I do not think so at all.
Not at all. But then we was like, I was in the same homeroom as I was in 7th grade. And this is like around the time, like, I think on the first day I was really excited because I just had a changed mindset because of everything that happened in 7th grade, and I had cut some people off over the summer. So I was just feeling brand new, feeling fresh. Then we go in and it's just not like that. Like, I feel like it didn't feel like 7th grade. Like, people have matured, and then I had felt bad for cutting people off. But then it's like I don't know. I forgive, but I don't forget. So it's like I became back cool with the boy with the joke because our sisters are friends. The other girl, I don't know. I don't even remember, but I think we have a lot of mutual friends, so we was always near each other. And then one day I just had to ask her, like, what are we doing? And then she was like, she doesn't have a problem with me. She just wanted to give me time to calm down or whatever. And honestly, I thought that was a little weird because I didn't really make a big deal out of me cutting her off. I just told her she was cut off. So what do you mean calm down? But whatever. Then Jamarion was also one of the people I cut off. And we're not gonna get into that, but we're friends now. And then, so 8th grade, I really don't have much to say. Like, I think academics was mainly the thing on my mind. Like, I didn't really care about my social life anymore because, I mean, even though I low-key was friends with the entire grade, like, my social life was amazing, but academically was where I was low-key struggling a little bit because I was taking all of these advanced classes, and I was also taking an advanced class outside of school. I was taking my Spanish, so I can get those credits for high school. But Yeah, I was looking struggling in algebra a lot, and it was just like, do I deserve to be in this class? Like, it felt like you know how you can be the smartest one in a regular class, but then you're the slowest one in an advanced class, and that's exactly how I felt. And then I was just like, I'm not trying to be here. And algebra literally took up my entire year. I was always studying for it. I was always doing homework, always doing extra credit. But then at the end of the year, I ended up passing, and I got an 89 on my EOC, so that's good. And then, other than the algebra activities-wise, I think. Oh, let me get into the dance team. No, I'm gonna tell you about that later. I think prom was good. Prom wasn't good actually. I liked prom because I was still with my friends who like weren't participating in the stuff that I wasn't participating in. But basically prom, you had one group of people in a circle, and then you had another group of people who don't want to participate in that. So they're either on the side or they're in the other room. And I was one of those people in the other room. Because it's just like, I don't know. Because recently my friends have told me I'm very judgmental, so I'm not really going to say nothing about that situation at prom. But yeah. And then continuation was good too. Like, I'm pretty much still the academic weapon that I was in 7th grade. But yeah, 8th grade was low-key pretty chill. I got out of there, you know? And then, one thing I forgot to touch on, I only touched on it for 6th grade, but was the dance team. So in 5th grade, I was already looking at the dance team, but I just wasn't really thinking I was going to do it because I was still doing competitive dance in 5th grade. But then I quit, and I started doing ballet, so that freed up all of my time. So I auditioned for the dance team in 6th grade, and I hate to say this, but I was low-key the best 6th grader on the team. Like, I feel like nobody was catching on at the auditions, and I was helping all of my friends, and I was low-key wasting my time. Because they knew what they were doing. They just acted like they didn't. But yeah, I was the best 6th grader on the team. Then, like, we did a lot in 6th grade. I feel like we were performing for Monday morning meetings, Friday celebrations, performing outside of school for different events. And I low-key missed that, because then midway through the year, we get this other coach. And she starts, like, having us do majorette. And, you know, I didn't really have a problem with that at first because I was already thinking I was going to do majorette in high school anyway. So I'm like, okay, well, let me learn how to do this, right? And then I was doing pretty good. But then I kind of just realized majorette wasn't for me. Like, I was doing good, but then it just starts to get draining when people are being put on a pedestal above you who don't even have any technique. Like, all they have is energy. And it's like, you're a good dancer if you're a good dancer, but like, some people look a hot mess, and I still get told that they're better than me, but whatever. Then 7th grade comes, I auditioned for the dance team again, because I hear that I can find, because they rebranded it first. Yeah, they rebranded it first. Wait, no they didn't. It was still NHS in 7th grade. Okay, 7th grade, it was pretty chill. I still didn't like the majorette, but then that's like the only thing we started doing, so I had to live with it. And then I was also promised, like in 6th grade by the new coach that came in, I was promised that I was going to be made a captain in 7th grade. That didn't happen. I found that a little weird, but it's okay. Because I couldn't come to the summer intensive thing, so I'm pretty sure that's why. But then I got inducted into the National Honor Society of Dance Arts. And then I was like, I'm not really feeling NHS anymore, especially because that's when they rebranded the team when I was going into 8th grade. I was like, I'm not feeling this no more. I don't want to do this anymore. And then my mom was like, well, you got inducted, so you can't just up and leave. So I was like, let me finish out my last year strong. I didn't really finish it out strong, but, because like at that point, my hate for the team had literally grown. So it's just like, every day at practice, I did not want to be there. But I had to be there. So, football season was fun because I made it fun. Like, I realized like it's low-key my last year and Friday Night Lights and stuff. So I made that fun, especially because I just started not worrying about the dancing part and worrying about the social aspect of it. Like, I was always with my one friend, she's a cheerleader, and we was always taking pictures together and stuff like that. And then my homeboy was a football player, so I I wrote his number on my cheek one time, but then like that backfired horribly. Like the allegations, y'all, is crazy. But then basketball season rolled around and competition season came. Basketball season was alright. You know, I just liked watching the game. Like with the first game, there was a fight. Like everybody. So basically, on the stands, we sit with like this. Everybody was sitting down when they started fighting. I got up to go look. Call me messy or not, but I got up to go look. Like I really stopped caring about the dancing aspect. Like who cares? And then 8th grade night was fun. I feel like it ended up not being fun because first of all I lost my phone, and then everybody was crying, and then there's just me. Like I don't know, it was January. Like I feel like I had so much time left with them still, and I kind of did. But yeah, that was 8th grade night, and then we had competition. We won, so that was cool. Cause I hadn't ever did competition. Cause in 7th grade I had got cut. So in 8th grade, it was kind of cool to do it. And the dance was fun. I really liked the dance. And that kind of ended off the season. Like, nothing else happened. I didn't help with tryouts. I was doing something else. And now I'm back here helping with the camp. So that was my whole entire middle school experience. I would say, I mean, I did an advice video already if you guys want to go watch that. But I guess I would say, like, everybody's experience is different depending on what school you go to, especially and who you meet. But I would say just, like, focus on you and your grades. Because I feel like everybody else doesn't matter. Because at the end of the day, like, you're going to forget a lot of the people that you meet. Like, my parents, I mean, my mom knows a lot of people from her middle school because she went to a performing arts school, so it was middle and high school, but my dad, he can't name like 3 people from his middle school. Like, I swear, I'm gonna forget about a lot of these people. I mean, and maybe not because we have social media now. Like, my parents went to middle school in the 80s, but I don't know. I would just say like everybody else doesn't matter. You only matter. Like, worry about yourself because you're gonna be drained and your mental health is gonna hit rock bottom if you are worried about what other people think of you and worrying about things that are irrelevant. So I would say join as many clubs as possible, because I feel like if you hang around the wrong crowd of people, like that's what takes a toll on you. Like I feel like I have a lot of good friends who are not in the crowd. Like let me give an example. I met a lot of like my real friends through theater, broadcast and journalism, and my advanced classes, because I was in a lot of the advanced classes this year. So I would say I met them through that. Like, don't chase popularity, especially not in your first, second, in any of your years, honestly. In 8th grade, you're gonna not care, but in 6th and 7th grade, don't do it. But yeah, that's my whole entire middle school experience. This video is not gonna be edited because it's so long. But I don't have no reason to edit it other than to put my intro. But yeah, anything you wanna say to them?
I'm just gonna do a small brief of my year. One, don't insert yourself into other people's things, because that's not gonna get you nowhere at all. Done that a couple times. 7th grade, got kicked off of what that was, Scholar Ambassador for that.
Oh, Scholar Ambassadors and Beta Club was also where I met some people.
Yeah, I got kicked off of that for defending my cousin. Don't do it, it's not good. And then don't worry about relationships at all.
Yeah, he would know. Oh my gosh.
So yes,
he would know.
Don't worry about no relationship.
Yeah, it's like honestly, you're in middle school. Enjoy it. Just enjoy life. Worrying about other kids, like
stay busy. Do every activity you can.
Yeah. But anyways, guys, thank you for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed. My socials are linked down in the description. And yeah, have a blessed day. Smooches.